So this video is about Canada. Oh, that's good. I have vinegar. Excuse me. Vinegar cleans you out and makes an environment in your intestines, your gut flora, more hospitable for friendly bacteria and friendly terrain. Twitter terrain. But anyways, so going back to blackface Trudeau, Gandhi's best friend, right? Because Gandhi was a racist. Gandhi was a racist, but let's pretend Trudeau isn't playing, gods of the new age. Let's pretend, right? My face looks a little different. There we go. You can see my jawline. It's all about the tonsils. They're swollen up because they have too much CRISPR, too much smart dust, all that good stuff. But yeah, Canada's like a socialist country. It wouldn't surprise me if Trudeau was a Jacobin and he's trying to use the unions internally to take over the country. I mean, maybe slowly, but I'd rather have World War III, to be honest, because World War III is more, it's going to be the end of the world. We're either going to have our freedom and our liberty, and that freedom and liberty is without pedophiles raping and trafficking pets and or people, or whatever it is you want to call it. It's all about freedom and liberty. You know what I mean? Because we really need that in the United States. I don't want people, I don't want to play games. I'm sick of being gamed by the government. Gamification, right? It leads nowhere. And it's in Canada too, I'm sure of it. The government games their own people. Trudeau shut down the truckers' bank accounts for protesting. It's like, holy shit, man. It's like, what are you doing? Just people are protesting something they believe in. And yeah, I mean, maybe they probably could have done it a little different than blocking. But it's like, it's important, right? I guess, maybe not, I don't know. But the point was, protesting. I mean, I personally, if I were protesting, I wouldn't shut down a highway, or like you see some of these Black Lives Matter protesters, they shut down highways, which you're not supposed to do for, in case of emergency vehicles, they need to get by. That's very dangerous and very dumb and foolish, but, to shut down their bank accounts, like, I don't think so, dude. That's kind of ridiculous. In fact, I don't remember what exactly they were doing that was so bad. I mean, when I remember the truckers' protest, they just had their big rigs parked, and then they were just, waiting. They weren't doing anything violent. So maybe Trump is a Jacobin. Maybe Macron is a Jacobin. Maybe when Macron scooted next to Trump and wanted to be right next to Trump, maybe they're Jacobins. Maybe Donald Trump Jr. is a Jacobin. Trump derangement syndrome. There's another one. I used to hear my ex-coworkers say that shit all the time. The economy was so good around Trump, and it's always these southern people with these southern drawl who listen to country music, and it's all bullshit. You know what I mean? There's no solutions in it's my bones. There's no solutions in that Trump derangement syndrome. You know, Trump did this, Trump did that. Well, I think Trump's a Satanist. I think Trump's a Jacobin. I think Trump's part of the golden chain with the Saudis. I think Trump is a secret sponsor for 9/11. I think Trump is a Catholic. You know, he's a Catholic. How do you call that? He's a Catholic asset, or a Jesuit asset. His wife was raised Roman Catholic. He didn't lock up Hillary. But apart from that, I mean, Trudeau. What did Trudeau exactly do for Canada, right? Socialism, like I mean, that's all these people want is communism. They want the Amero, like Bush, like my Uncle Bush, like my Uncle Bush once said. He's not really my uncle. He could be, but he wants the Amero, the American currency, from Canada all the way down to Mexico. Of course, Mexico is a shithole. But and it's not their fault. It's the cartels and the government. They could have asked us, and we could have helped them. Instead, they keep coming to this country, and I think it's more and more likely that it's just the Jesuits trying to video game themselves into controlling people with modern technology using video game joysticks. It's like what they say. We're living in a simulation, right? If they have the technology to map out topography and to map out modern cities, and they could play people like video games. Especially with the modern technology, DARPA, the Brain Initiative, the Brain Initiative, all these other. Space Force, which was the dumbest idea to date. Dumb. It was just the dumbest, just the most idiotic thing these people probably could have thought of. I mean, we have the dumbest people in our schools, poisoned. They want to levy in Yakima, where I live. They want to levy for, I think it's for the kids, but it's not really for the kids. It's for their own indoctrination, and the kids are too freaking stupid to figure it out. But they want more money, and they want to raise property taxes. They don't want people to have property anymore. They don't. They really don't. They want people to live in apartments, be like rats. They want to live in projects. I don't understand it. And it's everybody. There's no race. That the Ossifists, these people who think that their time has come, and they have all this occultic knowledge, and they want to use that to control people. Like the mark of the beast. They'll have a mark on their right hand or on their forehead. They'll control people, or they'll be given over to be controlled. I mean, I don't know. That's what they want. They want to control people. That's the promise, the broken promise of the occult and Satanism, right? But I don't know. I don't know about Trudeau. I don't know why people don't call him out on his bullshit. Social justice. This isn't India. There's no social justice god in that caste system. There just isn't. There's no caste system. I mean, look at India. Well, what have they done? It's all feeling good. It's all in your head. The Hindus. I mean, they're cannibals. They're cannibals over in India. Kind of like what they have on the reservation over there. I think that mark means they eat people. They eat their spirit. So then their spirit becomes part of their spirit or something. it's a sick world in the reservation. It's very sad and disturbing because they claim that the white man stole their land. Crime and trafficking and drugs are like an epidemic on their land, the reservation. It's not because of us, it's because of them. Like there's nothing it's not our fault, it's their fault. And don't try to work with other countries from other governments, tribals, Mexicans, La Razians, the rising of idiots that can't think for themselves. I mean, maybe that's the end goal. Maybe that's the end goal all along, is to have these people riled up and then have the military, World War III. Cause I honestly don't care, because I can't live in peace. I mean, I've always heard this in space, the voice to skull effect, to the cloud-based warfare from Amazon, the 5G system, millisecond, they got it down to 35 milliseconds. I bet the Freemasons want to get it down to 33 or 32 milliseconds, right? Excuse me. I feel better. But it's not fun living in this day and age. And they say, oh, it's like this everywhere. It's a ticking time bomb. It's a ticking time bomb. Yeah. Just say that. Cut all the bullshit, and either go to World War III, or more realistically, in my opinion, tell everyone that there's not 8 billion people on the planet. There is 5, 6, and then just say, hey, we've changed our mind. Trinity Broadcasting Station, or the Mormons, or the Catholics, especially the Catholics. I don't trust the Catholic Church. The whore of Babylon. If you look into St. Paul's Cathedral, the chapel there, they have the beast, the whore riding the beast, in the stained glass window. You can see it. It's little baby Jesus holding up the Virgin Mary, right? That's the whore of Babylon. It's the Catholic Church riding on the Christian Church. And ecumenism is at the very top, which is ultimately going to lead to worshiping yourself. Like the serpent said, you can become, ye shall be as gods, right? 666. You just have to have the knowledge to control people, and then you'll be, Anyways, we're going back to Canada. I don't think Canada is a good place. Never been there. Maybe it is a good place. I hear they have really good food, really healthy food. They're not fond of GMOs. And when I used to smoke cigarettes, they have really nice cigarettes over there. Kind of a weird thing to say, but it's true. They have very nice cigarettes. Faggots. But they have no freedom. They have no liberty. They don't have gun rights. They don't have, they're supposed to have a really nice, fancy educational system with a lot of smart people. But they don't do anything with it. I don't know. Social justice is a dying thing. It's cancer. Left thinking, yeah. If they can rationalize left thinking, which there are some good points in there, and I plan on making a video. It's more based in logic rather than, feeling good and worshiping the earth and the spirit of the spirit of the spirit of the spirit of the whatever it is that people want to believe in. That's fine, but it's all bullshit, right? So I'll make a video on that later on, but the Canadians need to get rid of Trudeau and his blackface, Gandhi, Hindi, alter ego, racist. Gandhi was a racist, and he suffered from, I think it was premature ejaculation. So that's where Hinduism leads you to. How enlightening, right? How enlightening. Anyways, that's about it.